A federal high court Abuja has denied terrorist negotiator Takur Mamu bail. Hi, welcome to what's happening. These are the top 10 stories. At number 1, terrorist negotiator Takur Mamu, who was accused of being involved in terrorism and negotiating with terrorists, asked to be released from jail while he was waiting for his trial. However, a federal high court Abuja ruled that he should stay in jail as the Department of State Services gave good reasons why he shouldn't be released. At number 2, to commemorate this year's Workers' Day, the federal government has designated Monday, May 1st, a public holiday. Rahul Shala, Minister of Interior, made the announcement on behalf of the federal government. Shala praised workers for their handwork, diligence and sacrifice in a statement signed by the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Interior, Shuaib Belgore, on Friday. At number 3, Andrew Yakubu, a former GMD of NNPC, is taking legal action against the EFCC, CBN and another bank for not releasing his $9.8 million following a court ruling. Yakubu, represented by his lawyer Ahmed Raji, brought a legal case before Justice Iyaneko of a federal high court in Abuja. On March 31, 2022, Justice Ahmed Mohammed set free and cleared the ex-NNPC GMD of accusations of money laundering. He asked whether the EFCC should still hold on to his money, which includes $9,773,200 and £74,000 after another court ruled in his favor on March 31, 2022. At number 4, the Anambra State government has warned citizens to be prepared for this year's anticipated rains and floods. The warning was issued by the State Commissioner for Information, Paul Nwosu, on Friday. While listing mitigation measures for the impending flooding, Nwosu mentioned high-risk communities such as Ogbaru, Ayamelun, Anambra East, Anambra West, Onitsha North, Onitsha South, Awka North, Idemili South, Egusi, Go, and Ihiala local government areas. At number 5, Mrs. Gloria Izofuo, a federal commissioner with the National Population Commission in Bayelsa State, who was abducted by gunmen along Ubakiri axis of East-West Road in Rivers State, has been released after 5 days in captivity. Mrs. Izofuo, along with her driver and maid, were kidnapped last Sunday at the Ubakiri intersection of Emuoha, local government area of Rivers State. Grace Irinke Koko, the spokesperson for Rivers State Police Command, verified her release. At number 6, Solomon Uzuoku, a teenager, has been sentenced to 1 month in prison by the magistrate court in Oba, Ikeja, Lagos State for making fake calls to emergency services. Uzuoku was found guilty of 2 charges for causing a disturbance in public and falsely reporting the fire emergency. Magistrate Bambo Oduokwe ruled that those who make false calls within the state's jurisdiction could face a fine or a month of community service as punishment. At number 7, the Ondo State House of Assembly has called on the federal government, United Nations, World Bank, and Niger Delta Development Commission to assist in preventing the coastal community of Ayatoro from being destroyed by the Atlantic Ocean. The community has lost more than half of its land to ocean surge, leaving many residents homeless. The Assembly has requested that the modern technology be deployed to help save Ayatoro and other affected communities in the area. At number 8, according to Kelvin Urama, Chief Economist and Vice President of the African Development Bank Group's Economic Governance and Knowledge Management Division, Nigeria ranks 4th among African countries in terms of the number of diasporans living outside the continent. Urama said this in Abuja while presenting on diaspora funding for Africa's development at the Global African Diaspora Symposium on Building Stronger Connections Between Africa and the Global Diaspora. According to Rama, the African Union estimates that 70,000 educated professionals leave the continent each year. At number 9, the High Court in Ondo State has stopped Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu from installing Chief Alexander Akinadeju as the Alade Okun of the Alada Idore community. The court also prevented Chief Akinadeju from being crowned as the traditional ruler of the town until the motion on notice is heard and determined. There have been protests in Alade Idore because officials of the State Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs are allegedly trying to impose a stranger as the next king of the community. Finally, at number 10, the anti-kidnapping unit of the Katsina State Police Command killed 2 terrorists and stopped a notorious group of kidnappers who were on the police wanted list. They also rescued a businessman who was going to be kidnapped by the gang. The spokesperson for the police said that the criminals were caught while on their way to kidnap the businessman and weapons were recovered. That's all for today. See you next time on What's Happening.